SYJC Chapter 3b, Elasticity of Demand. Part 4, Types of Price Elasticity of Demand. 1. Perfectly elastic demand, ED equals. When a slight or zero change in the price brings about an infinite change in the quantity demanded of that commodity, it is called perfectly elastic demand. It is only a theoretical concept. For example, 10% fall in price may lead to an infinite rise in demand. In the graph, the demand curve is a horizontal line parallel to the x-axis indicating perfectly elastic demand. 2. Perfectly inelastic demand, ED equals 0. When a percentage change in price has no effect on the quantity demanded of a commodity, it is called perfectly inelastic demand. For example, 20% fall in price will have no effect on quantity demanded. In practice, such a situation rarely occurs. For example, demand for salt, milk. In the graph, when price rises from op to opus 1 or when price falls from op to opus 2, demand remains unchanged at op. Therefore, the demand curve is a vertical straight line parallel to the y-axis, indicating perfectly inelastic demand. 3. Unitary elastic demand, ED equals 1. When a percentage change in price leads to a proportionate change in quantity demanded, then demand is said to be unitary elastic. For example, 50% fall in price of a commodity leads to 50% rise in quantity demanded. In the graph, when price falls from op to opus 1, 50%, demand rises from op to op 1, 50%. Therefore, the slope of the demand curve is a rectangular hyperbola. 4. Relatively elastic demand, ED greater than 1. When a percentage change in price leads to more than proportionate change in quantity demanded, the demand is said to be relatively elastic. For example, 50% fall in price leads to 100% rise in quantity demanded. In the graph, when price falls from op to opus 1, 50%, demand rises from op to op 1, 100%. Therefore, the demand curve has a flatter slope. 5. Relatively inelastic demand, ED less than 1. When a percentage change in price leads to less than proportionate change in the quantity demanded, demand is said to be relatively inelastic. For example, 50% fall in price leads to 25% rise in quantity demanded. In the graph, when price falls from op to opus 1, 50%, demand rises from op to op 1, 25%. Therefore, the demand curve has a steeper slope.